Previously, I was not knowing at all, but today only my daughter was here, so she just told me how to connect another things.
जी I think it's only 4 minutes left, and Prasanna ji must be coming.
Yes, I think I have seen. No,
The earlier he came and went away.
okay.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Meena, ma'am. Hi, Anita, ma'am. Hi, Sridhar, sir.
हेलो गुड इवनिंग क्या हाल है बहुत बहुत दिन हो गए
Hello, Gopal ji.
नमस्कार नमस्कार
Hello, Prasanna ji. Hello, everybody.
हेलो
ma'am.
एवरीबॉडी हेलो
Hello.
Hello.
हेलो
Hello, madam. How are
हेलो
you?
आई एम
Hello.
फाइन
Good evening.
गुड इवनिंग नमस्कार नमस्कार
Good evening, K. Krupa Kumar Prasanna, sir.
Hello, sir. Okay, let's begin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the poetry reading with Fertile Brains. We are celebrating Christmas. It is Christmas special today. So let's begin with a few lines of Pablo Neruda. Poetry is an act of peace. Peace goes into making of a poet as flour goes into making of bread.
Yes,
That's
sir.
poetry. So that was by Pablo Neruda. Welcome to the poetry reading. As I said, Christmas special. So if you have anything related to, you could just present them, and otherwise you could also present any theme of yours, any poem. So
Okay.
without wasting much of your time, please let me welcome Dr. Subhash Chandra Adav, who has
Yes, sir.
joined us for the first time.
Yes,
Please
sir.
welcome him. And
Thank
sir,
you, sir.
please go ahead.
Are you able to see me, sir?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. And if you have any poem, you could
Yes, sir.
read out. Yeah, please.
I would like to read out the poem on Christmas only. Shall I start now? Shall I begin?
Please, sir. Please, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First of all, I extend my best wishes to all of you on the eve of Christmas. So, my short poem on Christmas, I would like to read. Are you getting me, sir? Okay. The bell swallowed the pride. The bell swallowed its pride and went on ringing. The bell swallowed its pride and went on ringing. A group of clergymen came up. A group of clergymen came up, however, could not sense its ringing. The group of clergymen came up, however, could not sense its ringing. Bible in their hands, Amen hung, and Gospels on their tongue. Bible in their hands, Amen hung, and Gospels on their tongue. In their hearts, concealed Santa young. In their hearts, concealed Santa young. To the veil, disguise Xmas clung. To the veil, disguise Christmas clung. Actually, I should not say Xmas, I should say Christmas. Christmas clung. Clandestine Christmas was ringing. Clandestine Christmas was ringing. Hidden Christmas was singing. Clandestine Christmas was ringing. Hidden Christmas was singing. 25th, the bell heralded Christmas. 25th, the bell heralded Christmas and went on jingling. And went on jingling. That's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wow, great way to begin, sir. Thank you for sharing your beautiful words. And please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Beautiful poem, Christmas Carol. I could listen to the bells.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Please welcome our poet, what do you call him? He's a wizard, techno wizard, Richard Spisak.
Thank you so much. As always, it's a great honor to be a guest of Prasanna Kumar. Such wonderful poets come together. Thank you all for being here. I have a very unusual story for you today. It's about a boy with a giant fork. He was hungry. He thought that maybe if he had a big fork, he could eat all he wanted. So here it is, boy with a giant fork. Pick up this fork. Why, it's the size of a tree. You might lift it up with the help of some friends, maybe 1, 2, or 3. To dig with this sucker is a real operation. It keeps growing like this, it might take a whole nation. He knew right away this fork was getting too big. Why, if you crowded him on it, you could fit a whole flock of pigs. He wasn't sure anymore why he wished for a big fork. Besides, when it came clanging down for dinner, the ginormous fork was unwieldy. It didn't make him feel like a winner. When he tried to use it, the peas rattled right off the end of the gigantic fork. And when swinging around, it darn near jabbed his old friend Mork. Then there's the time it nearly knocked down the chandelier. It knocked over the designer recliner upside down, its 3 wheels spinning free in the air. It knocked over his soup, it flicked that roast chicken, knocked the whole thing over till it rolled and rolled all the way back to the kitchen. The fork team spun around. Before he was ready, it knocked over the sauce all over the table and a big old mess with the gravy. It was his way of participating. He never... Whoops. And then the tines got all tangled in the bun of blue-haired Aunt Maisie. Tommy always thought his proportions were lean, but he had a bigger digger fork than with a polished handle, the tines razor sharp and keen. Maybe then he could scoop it up into mountainous heaps and pile it all higher and sauce it over quite deep. Then, my friend, maybe he'd get enough. His fuzzy puppy looked on, shrugged, turned away, and just coughed. One night, he went out back to wish on a star, and if the sky wasn't polluted, he'd know right where they are. He hopped down off the porch and ran out into the yard. It wasn't too tough, it wasn't too hard, and as long as he made it over that thorny rose bush, 3 times they tore his cuffs and stubbed him right in the tuchus. Then all of a sudden an arcing glare came over the factory roof, headed right to where he was. He was so stunned he stood there and stared. He called out to his brother. "Hey, come here," he called Sid. Sid didn't answer. He never did. He was just exactly not that kind of kid. He was watching TV back in his room. He'd spin the dial in the dark. You couldn't hardly see in the gloom. He was like a mushroom. His face had the glow of that little TV. He was quiet as a ghost. Sid in the dark. Sid was not much of a host. It might surprise you, but it didn't surprise me. I knew Sid was proud of his little black and white TV. He rarely left his room. That TV was his world. It was not his way of participating. He never played games with boys and girls. His entire imagination was caught up in that box. He didn't hunt tigers, he'd never seen a fox, but he knew every channel, he knew every silly show. He thought of nothing else. It was his world, don't you know? The bright glowing box coming out of the sky, he didn't know when, he didn't know why. He could hear it, he sensed it, he knew it was his friend. He was not really sure how this would all end. When the darn thing plunked down, it landed right at his feet. It was glowering and sputtering. My God, it was neat. It was too hot to handle, that he was sure. So he got out his fork, he would take it inside, he'd have that media du jour and show it to Clyde. He'd show it to Mary, he'd show it to Sid. They'd know what to do to show it or run somewhere and play dead. When he gingerly stabbed it with his fork, he had an idea he thought might work. He'd balance that glowing rock on his fork. He wouldn't touch it. He was not that kind of jerk. He'd seen monster movies. He knew what could start. But when he reached out with that fork, it nearly swallowed his heart. That's the end of part one. Thank you so much, my friends. I hope it's a little amusing.
Always witty, always a great imagery that goes into always rich and please give a round of applause. Wow, Roopali ma'am, Christmas cap. Congratulations. Please welcome Colonel Gopal Purdhani.
प्रसन्ना जी, अगर रूपाली मैडम भी हैं तो मैं आप दोनों के खिदमत में एक दो लाइनें पढ़ना चाहता हूँ।
जी 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 बिल्कुल सर।
प्रसन्ना जी धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया। रूपाली जो प्रसन्ना कुमार जी, धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया। रूपाली जी और प्रसन्ना कुमार जी, आप तो बन गए हम कवियों का आधार जी। ज्ञान की वृद्धि और सूची और संगीत में सूची का फैलाने इसमें किस चीज में आप आधार बने हैं? ज्ञान की वृद्धि और संगीत में रुचि फैलाने में तथा अपने विचार सारी दुनिया में पहुंचाने में ये वादा रहा। मैं सबके बिहाफ पर प्रॉमिस कर रहा हूँ, ये वादा रहा, संसार में हम शांति फैलाएंगे, आपका प्यार ज्ञान हर जगह पहुंचाएंगे। अब मैं अपनी आज की कविता पर आता हूं। ये कविता अपने जीवन की सच्चाई के बारे में है। इसका शीर्षक है जीवन की सच्चाई। कविता इस तरह से है कि जिंदगी लगता है जैसे तू असलियत का एहसास हो। है जिंदगी लगता है जैसे तू असलियत का एहसास हो, अपने जब पास होते हैं और सब कुछ अपने पास। जीवन तो समय क्या है, कहते हैं नहीं, जब समय खत्म हो जाता जीवन खत्म हो जाता है। जीवन तो समय क्या है, या समा चलाने वाले का, जैसे चला है चलने दो, अपने आप संभालेगा। जीवन तो समय क्या है, या समय चलाने वाले का, जैसे चलता है चलने दो, वो अपने आप संभालेगा। बस इतना रखना ख्याल तू, बस इतना रखना ख्याल तू, जो तेरे इस्तेमाल किया वो तेरा था, जो तूने इस्तेमाल किया वो तेरा था, बाकी था किसी और का, फालतू का बखेड़ा था। दूसरों का लेने दे उनको, तुम रखो जो तेरे पास है। दूसरों का लेने दे उनको, तुम रखो जो तेरे पास है। जिसको अपना मान लिया वही सच्चा विश्वास है। बाकी सिर्फ तेरी मेरी एक कहानी रह जाएगी। जिंदगी खत्म होती है तो तेरी मेरी एक कहानी रह जाएगी, पानी की बूंद जैसे जिंदगी बह जाएगी। तेरा काम तो है अपनों से कमजोरों की मददगारी का है। इंसान सबके लिए यह है कि तेरा तो काम है अपने से कमजोरों की मददगारी का। बस तू इतना ख्याल रखना अपनी जिम्मेदारी का। बस तू इतना ख्याल रखना अपनी जिम्मेदारी का। तेरी कमाई बस इतनी है, तेरी कमाई बस इतनी है, इतना अच्छा कर्म किया। तू किस्मत वाला है इंसानियत में जो जन्म लिया। इज्जत करें हम सबकी, जैसे कि अपनी इज्जत चाहते हैं, चाहना है। जीवन की सच्चाई में और कुछ कहना है, जीवन की सच्चाई में बस इतना ही कुछ कहना है। इज्जत करें हम सबकी और इज्जत की चाहना है, जीवन की सच्चाई में और नहीं कुछ कहना है। ये है, दिस इज अबाउट द लाइफ सर। यू लाइक कीप इट, अदरवाइज डू व्हाट यू लाइक। थैंक यू, नमस्कार।
Great philosophy inventing the poem. Brilliant, sir, brilliant. I like the way you read the poem. Basically, touches very touching, smooth, and thank you for your tribute to us, both Roopali ma'am and for me. Roopali ma'am wants to say something. She is very much excited about this. Please go ahead.
I'm always wanting to say something when Colonel Gopal Purdhani reads his poetry. I always wish he would also translate it so that, others can know what you're saying. Very highly philosophical, very experienced and observed life that he talks about. Most of the time we think poetry is made out of imagination, but I think poetry comes out of our life, of the experiences of our life and the way we have observed that life and how we have known it. And I always feel extremely grateful when Colonel Purdhani reads his poetry. I have a special bond with him, I must share that. We don't have to always meet people. There are soul connections, and those soul connections have been forged on this forum, especially Prasanna. You are as he says, the person who creates this place for us. So thank you too on this eve of Christmas, when we wish everybody peace and happiness. Thank you so much, Colonel Purdhani.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. And remember, today is Christmas special. If you have special, Christmas related, you could present them. So moving on, let's call upon our Dr. Deena Padayachee.
Hello, greetings everybody, and thanks once again for the privilege and the honor. I really look forward to this every Sunday, and I want to echo everybody else's sentiments for Prasanna. I really appreciate the forum that you create and to allow us to express ourselves, in ways that perhaps it's not that easy to articulate in different forums. So the poem I'm going to read this afternoon is dedicated to my daughter, Seshni, who now lives in Australia. I live in South Africa, and she's got a little daughter, and married to a Dutchman, which is quite ironic. And she met him in China, where she actually is a graduate in Chinese and French from Nottingham University. So she went to China and started teaching, Chinese people English. Did it online as well till COVID hit, and then she had to flee to Australia. And she set up. This poem was written when she was 18 and living in England. So I'm now going to recite it to you. Seshni, a poem of gratitude and love written by her father. God must be wonderful if you could have come from him. You crawled onto my chest, Seshni. Your little 3-year-old fingers brushed aside the newspaper I was trying to read. Your smiling, cherubic face, full of innocent affection, peered happily at me. You held my head in your little hands. Your lips covered my face with kisses. And everything about you radiated a timeless, all-encompassing love, a love daughters deserve, especially for their fathers. In your eyes and in your thoughts, I see glimpses of my father's wisdom. In your voice, I hear traces of my mother's confidence. In your caring and compassion, I see my father's love. In your behavior, I see the humanity of my father's heart. In your writing and in your sense of justice, in your perseverance, your ability to perceive, your energy, your passion, and your intelligence, I see shards of another essence. Thank you, darling daughter. Your creation was one of the most incandescent illuminations of my existence. I will always love you, even when you are far away, even when your eyes are turned towards another morning and I have become a memory. It is exhilarating for me to know that I'm part of the melanin in your skin, the hemoglobin in your blood, the mist in your vision, the insight in your mind, the tears in your eyes, the throb of your heart, the laughter in your spirit. You came to us from God, and when I return to God, I pray that I might leave an aroma of exquisite memories with you, my first begotten child, now a promising, beautiful young lady on the threshold of a wonderful life. Yeah. And her birthday was on the 15th of March, and I wrote this in 2009. Thank you.
Wow, how beautiful said. Anybody would love to react on that? I should certainly take.
Deena said, Prasanna ji, if you permit me,
Ji.
I just wanted to say that our friend Deena has conveyed the feelings of his father also to the daughter, and I think everybody, every listener must have felt the same as he is trying to explain the feeling.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Gopal.
well, very well.
You know, we really miss our families during festive times.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I thought that's why I would say this particular poem now in
Good, sir.
celebration
Good,
of
good.
my daughter's life, so far
Yeah,
away
yeah.
from where I
I
am.
only hope she was listening.
I suppose she'll catch it on YouTube. Thanks, Prasanna.
Okay. All the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Very subtle expression. Thank you, sir. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Miss Meena Chauhan.
Hello, good evening, all my poets, and good morning also. So, मैं हिंदी में एक पोयम पढ़ने जा रही हूँ क्रिसमस पे, लेकिन मैं उसका हेडिंग है त्योहार। त्योहार। क्रिसमस एक ऐसा त्योहार है, क्रिसमस एक ऐसा त्योहार है, साल भर के दुखों को अपने साथ ले जाता है, साल भर के दुखों को अपने साथ ले जाता है। त्योहार चाहे विश्व के, त्योहार चाहे विश्व के किसी भी कोने में क्यों ना हो, त्योहार चाहे विश्व के किसी भी कोने में क्यों ना हो, ज्ञान, सुख और समृद्धि का अनुभव देता है, ज्ञान, सुख और समृद्धि का अनुभव देता है। गलियों और बाजारों में, गलियों और बाजारों में क्रिसमस की धूम मची है, गलियों और बाजारों में क्रिसमस की धूम मची है, खुशियों के आंगन में मानवता झूम उठी है, खुशियों के आंगन में मानवता झूम उठी है। दुनिया के हर हिस्से में, दुनिया के हर हिस्से में, शरद ऋतु के हर हिस्से में, दुनिया के हर हिस्से में, शरद ऋतु के हर हिस्से में क्रिसमस की सुनहरी सुबह, क्रिसमस की सुनहरी सुबह मौसम में खिलखिलाहट लाई। बर्फ गिरी है रात भर कई शहरों में, बर्फ गिरी है रात भर कई शहरों में, खुशियों की चाबी होती है त्योहारों में, खुशियों की चाबी होती है त्योहारों में। जिन्हें समृद्ध बनाता है संसार, जिन्हें समृद्ध बनाता है संसार, ऐसे होते हैं जीवन में त्योहार, जिनका साल भर करते हैं हम इंतजार, जिनका साल भर करते हैं इंतजार, उसी में है क्रिसमस का त्योहार, उसी में है एक क्रिसमस का त्योहार संपन्नता का सुख देते हैं, मानव के दुख हर देते हैं अवसर खुश होने का। संपन्नता का सुख देते हैं, मानव के दुख हर देते हैं अवसर खुश होने का। मिटा देते हैं कुछ खोने का डर, मिटा देते हैं कुछ खोने का डर। प्रतीक्षा है उपहार का, प्रतीक्षा है उपहार का। हर बच्चों के है इंतजार, कब सेंटा क्लॉस आएंगे। फूल से नन्हे बचपन के लिए कैसा वो तोहफा लाएंगे। हर बच्चों को है इंतजार, कब सेंटा क्लॉस आएंगे। फूल से नन्हे बचपन के लिए कैसा वो तोहफा लाएंगे। क्रिसमस की संगीत ही है ऐसी, क्रिसमस की संगीत ही ऐसी, मन को प्रफुल्लित करता है। संगीत ही मानव के जीवन में खुशियां नए रंग भर देता है। संगीत ही मानव के जीवन में खुशियों के नए रंग भर देता है। जलती हुई मोमबत्ती का लक्ष्य, जलती हुई मोमबत्ती का लक्ष्य होता है जग को प्रकाशित करना। जलती हुई मोमबत्ती का लक्ष्य होता है जग को प्रकाशित करना। खुद को जग के लिए जलाती है, खुद को जग के लिए जलाती है। जलती हुई मोमबत्ती जीवन भर प्रकाश फैलाती हुई, जलती हुई मोमबत्ती जीवन भर प्रकाश फैलाती है। क्रिसमस का पेड़ मिलकर सजाकर, क्रिसमस का पेड़ मिलकर सजाकर, आओ आपसी मतभेद मिटाएं और खुशियां बांटें। आओ आपसी मतभेद मिटाएं और खुशियां बांटें। यही है क्रिसमस का त्योहार, यही है क्रिसमस का त्योहार।
बहुत खूब मैम, बहुत खूब. Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas. So beautiful you put
Thank
out. So beautiful, so
Thank
beautiful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Dr. Miss Meena Chauhan. Beautiful, ma'am. Keep coming. And
Thank you.
please
Yes.
give a round of applause, man. That's very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Our next poet is having, for this coming year, she has something special for us. She will be having a special show. Yeah, for her. Anita Panda is his name. Please welcome.
Thank you, Prasanna ji, for giving me this privilege and honor to be on this forum. Good evening good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all my friends around the world, and wishing everyone a very joyous Merry Christmas. Millions meditated yesterday on World Meditation Day as declared by the United Nations, and I joined the world too, being an ardent believer and practitioner of this powerful tool. I believe if there is one tool as powerful as poetry, it is the power of meditation, which awakens the self, transforms, leads to a phenomenal inner transformation, and the one tool that can transform this world plagued by war, conflict, violence into a more humane, beautiful, and peaceful planet we all deserve. And my poem, titled Under the Full Moon, is inspired by this powerful tool, meditation, and is also inspired by 2024's last full moon, which just went by. So here goes. I feel it, I feel it, eyes closed in a trance, raining down upon me in luminous glory. Deeply, slowly, I inhale of its purity, bathing me in cascades of silver, body, mind, and soul. I hear the primordials chant Om, echoing all around in concentric ripples, and I bloom like an exquisite lily, bursting forth and unfolding my whorls and petals in vibrant, multi-hued glory, drenched in the magical moonlight. I do nothing at all, shedding all my worldly cares as I rest and repose under the bewitching full moon, delving and diving deep into the soul, layers and layers of ignorance falling apart as I become a yogini tonight. the darkness and despair, like heavy nimbus clouds, uplift and dissipate at once in intense reverie, and I become the clear, vast, endless sky, enlightened like a seer in wisdom. Come, amble along with me tonight to sit under the celestial, enchanting moon, unravel all the truths and mysteries of this life, seek oneself in this blissful and serene silence that only the moon knows and will lead. Tonight is the night. Will you meditate with me too? On the time swiftly gone by like a flashlight? On the triumphs and trials encountered under the year's last full moon? Will you? Thank you.
I would definitely. Yes, excellent, beautiful words went into the poem. So beautifully weaved. Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations. And please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Anita Panda. How about Alexandra?
We meditate. The problem is, do the rulers meditate? We meditate a lot. Okay. So this is Flying 16. Do they know the throbbing of my aura is shaped with storms and sunrises, raging titan battles and cirrus waves, asking for exquisiteness? In this microcosm that offers visionless nights, deluding shadowed consciousness. In this macrocosm that offers shimmering oceans, rippling golden primary rays, raising physical generations filled with high-spirited panentheism, protecting Ye's expression of wedded earth and sky, each cycle directing us to higher spheres of transparent visibility, enduring olive trees blossoming out of granite, rebirths blossoming out of catastrophes. Do they know the pulsation of my well-being is shaped with suffering and prayers, cracked fates and miracles, asking for empowerment? In this microcosm that offers sacrifices steeped in bloodied laurels and stigmas, in this macrocosm that offers sanctified healing from etheric vitalizing currents, forming astric generations inside the antecedent Olympian womb, woven by an ancient rotating cosmic nucleus, contracting and dilating, attracting and repulsing, desynthesizing and resynthesizing omnipotent force, authentic cures awakening out of taxing disorders, vigor awakening out of feebleness. Do they know the resonance of my hymns is shaped with chimeras and truths, remodeled longings and wind chimes, asking for harmonization? In this microcosm that offers nostalgic harps from lost treasures, in this macrocosm that offers 7-chord lyres tuned with Apollonian notes, reverberating noetic generations led by Orphic pioneers, by sacred sibyls, by Delphic ideals, in a perfect rhythm of dithyrambic solidarity, in a luminous maturation of our superior selves. Supernal melodies spiraling out of clamorous dissension, eudaimonia spiraling out of melancholy. Do they know the euphoria of my triumphs is shaped with steel and devotion, Pyrrhic dances and ecstasies, asking for humanization in this microcosm that offers unholy acts of hybris, in this macrocosm that offers honorable acts of praise, progressing numinous generations, sharing lightning sword intuition, bearers of prophecies with earthly duties, initiating merging poetry, science, philosophy, politics into one indivisible prototype of unrivaled integrity. Aureate humans ascending out of rudimentary humans, golden ages ascending out of barbarity. Do they know at all the pledge of our flights? Is shaped with chaoses and creations, perishable and imperishable psyche flares, asking for inextinguishable, omniscient eruptions. Shukriya.
Always like meditating, man. No, you transform us to the different realms. It's like Anita Panda ma'am said, how important it is to have meditation when you get to listen to yours. You feel like you are deeply meditating. Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. Let's welcome Sridharan Parakodi.
Am I audible, Ji?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. Love tells us. The title of my poem is Love Tells Us. Love is not a word denoting affection of the people engaged. Love is not a word denoting affection of the people engaged, but it is a token of intimacy to go together in huddles too. But it is a token of intimacy to go together in huddles too, even when the two are in distant parts. Even when the two are in distant parts. It forgives and forgets to a greater extent and pardons always, accepting nothing as compensation. It forgives and forgets to a greater extent and pardons always, accepting nothing as compensation for miscalculations and misconceptions. For miscalculations and misconceptions. They walk arm in arm, even though not visible. They walk arm in arm, even though not visible. It has no spare words. It has no spare words. The love has no spare words. Thank you. Thank you.
Love tells us all, and it has no spare words, like you said. Thank you, sir. Such a wisdom, like you thrown out. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Sridharan Parakodi, please. Up next is Maria.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity, Prasanna, of participating on this video meeting once more. The title of my poem is Nativity. It goes like this. Nativity. The approach of a new year, festive days we see. The birth of the Messiah, in a manger was born Jesus Christ. God sent his son to salvation. If habitants of sin we, a place in heaven we key station. Last abode we found indeed. It's time to gather family around an ornamented tree. We're going to celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ. People travel from afar by air, by tram, by car. Gifts on the bag to greet family. Hope and joy, the spirit of nativity. Grandparents mine live in a ranch, a miles from the sea to catch. Traveling each year with sweet memories, past and present match in harmony. Listening to the birds warbling, not far from the destination we. The wind's a soft breeze in the air, assurance we grandparents meet. Gratitude, we walk together again. On Christmas Eve, carols we sing. Merry Christmas to all of us. Jesus Christ bless your homes. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all of you. Joy, happiness, peace, harmony in all homes. I wish you all. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Maria. Thank you. Thank you for reading out and such a celebration. You have all the blessings of God. Thanks for joining. Hope our journey continues
Thank you.
in coming and seeing here as well. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome joining us for the first time. I came to know he's a specialist in haikus and Tanka and Sandhu. Please welcome Srinivas Rao.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
thank
please
you.
go ahead. Please,
Thank you, Mr. Krishnan, for inviting me. I'm new to the group. I'm a haiku poet, but today I'm going to read a few humorous haiku and senryu. First one. A stray dog, my followers list goes up by one. It's a satire on social media followers. A stray dog, my followers list goes up by one. A second one. Night train, everyone guards a snoring man's back. Night train, everyone guards a snoring man's back. History class, my girlfriend whispers, forget what happened. History class, my girlfriend whispers, forget what happened. Caged parrot, my boss seems to like its top. Caged parrot, my boss seems to like its top. Salvation, I slap myself for killing a mosquito. Salvation, I slap myself for killing a mosquito. Heart X-ray, my wife says I have nothing to see. Heart X-ray, my wife says I have nothing to see. Six-pack posture, the photographer takes control of my breath. Six-pack posture, the photographer takes control of my breath. The last one. Jackpot win. Many lips open, zeros. Jackpot win. Many lips open, zeros. You know, when you say, oh, the shape of zeros will come. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Christmas to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for reading out your haikus. I wonder how many of us, among here now got the inner meaning of haikus, and because it is something,
Yeah,
it's
today the reason why I
photographic.
have chosen today why I have chosen to read humorous haiku is I have a lot of serious haiku poems, but it's a very little time difficult to understand.
Exactly, sir.
So
We'll
that's
have
the
a
reason
separate.
That's
We'll
nice,
have
like you brought. you brought
We'll
in
have,
some humorous
we'll have a
haikus.
separate session for that, wherein you could just explain and
sure.
narrate, each
And
of haiku, and the
sure,
people
sure.
could learn it. And haiku is
Yeah.
basically, so it's a photographic thing. So
It has origins in Japan. Japanese came from
Yeah.
Japanese language, and many people think haiku means 575 syllables, which is not correct. So there are a lot of theory behind that. It's not 575 because Japanese they count sounds, we count syllables. So that's the basic difference. But there are a lot of reason why we do not stick to 575 syllable pattern.
And moreover, like they use the syllables only with these words itself. Some people.
Yeah.
So
And I
for
thank
others,
Laxman
it's
for
more.
advising me to join this wonderful group.
And there is also a concept called a failed haiku, wherein you could write 3 lines, and there is called the separate structure.
Yeah,
is
but
there. Failed haiku.
people write some normal poems, 3-line poems. Every 3-line poem is not a haiku.
So that is called failed haiku, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, failed haiku. There is a journal called failed haiku.
So
In fact, there
about
is a journal called failed haiku.
Gogyaka?
Gogyaka. That's an American based.
No, Gogyaka is also Japanese one, but then it has no syllable restriction, and it has a free. It is a free.
It has 3 words, but consists of 5 lines.
5 lines.
Yeah.
And,
Tanka
thank you,
is
sir.
5
Thank
lines.
you for having more
Tanka is,
on.
and my
standalone.
special thanks to Laxman for advising me to join this group, this wonderful
Sir,
group.
honor.
Our special thanks goes to as well. So Laxman sir, up next.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Please give a round of applause.
Thank you.
So, well then, like when my friend has come up with haikus, I would like to go with the tankas here. So these tankas are in my book itself, from the world within. So I have it on my screen. So I just read out some of them for you. Well, they are like as per the principal norms, they are like 575 doubles again 7 syllables. So I just go with the syllable forms. So here I go with my haikus, tankas. The beauty of love, for the first time, it comes from within, unknown of oneself, where subconsciousness is in sync with the art and the mind, So this is one tanka, wherein it's a word play with the syllables. So I can summarize. Well, the second tanka here it goes. Pure, pristine form, love. Open minds and discovers arts. Reveals hidden self. Wide range of emotions known. Horizons unknown and unfold. The second one. And the third tanka. Here it goes. The weak organ, art. With your use comes in contact. Showcase self to know. Spectrum of hidden feelings. Ousted beyond, beneath show. Ousted beyond, beneath show. So the feelings of the art as an organ, it shows like a vigorous views, but it's something like everything has been outside and something hidden inside. So that's how it goes. The tanka. The another one, a sick man's soul. A sick man's soul, the lover, wears the mantle. Art to have it known. The art beats pauses, wherein is unfazed by the world. Here he is describing about lover's flight. Lover's flight. He says like it's a sick man's soul. The lover wears the mantle, art to have it known. The heartbeat pauses, wherein is unfazed by the world. This is one another tanka. The next one. The beauteous mind conceals in knowing nothing. The beauteous mind conceals in knowing nothing, opines only truth. The joyous mind waves triangles. Sorrow, which doth reveals truth, only truth. The last one. When art breaks, as you know, it bleeds profusely. When art breaks, as you know, it bleeds profusely. If you ask me, it's an emotional view. Would I make you know how it seems like? Would I make you know how it seems like? So these are like heartfelt, like lovable tankas. So based on the pattern like 57577. So only at times what happens is like when you present a poem in a pattern form, when you read it on paper, you'll be able to feel that feel the spirit of that content rather on reciting. So
Exactly.
I feel like if it's on the paper, that would have been better. Yeah.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank
Thanks a
you for
lot.
presenting. We got a form versions of today and haiku and Tanka. I wish someone could read Gagyakar and or
No, I
maybe
have
sonnet.
plenty of Gogek.
Or maybe sonnet. I
Sonnets.
tried for 5 elements, sir, in 3 lines, 5 elements. Each would be like 3 lines, 5 elements, touching upon the nature. 5 elements of nature, 3 lines. So I just tried, and I could not succeed in it. What's there to succeed when you try to express that? So that is it. And please welcome A Rabsatt is joining us for the first time. Let's hear for us. Thank you,
Hi,
joining.
everyone.
Thank you for joining. Rabsatt.
Thank you for sharing the invite as well. I just came from church. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning here in the Virgin Islands. How many pieces can I share?
Maximum one. So
Maximum one?
so
That's no problem. That's no problem.
No,
So let me,
since you're
let me
joining
get
us for
that
the
piece
first,
up.
since you're joining us for the first time, you could go for 2.
Okay. My pieces are not long, so that's not a problem at all. You're gonna be like, wow, she finished already. Okay, there's a special piece that I want to share, but I'm going to share another one first before I share that particular one that I would want to do today. I'm just scrolling through. Okay, I found the one that I want to do after. So this first piece is called I Envision. I want to sit as a perfect rose, unblemished with no holes. I wish to be like a turtle dove, free, respected, and full of love. I hope to be like a river, flowing, running, but can cause shivers. I dream of being a cloud, unbounded and without sound. I perceive being a precious jewel, cherished, valued, and secluded. I see myself as an idea, unique, creative, and full of flair. I envision myself as seed, growing, nurturing, and able to feed. I want, I wish, I hope, I dream, I perceive, I see, I envision, I have a vision. I see me, an idea, an article, a child, an ancestor, an orator, a nurturer, a vision, a visionary, ready to share, ready to serve. That's my first piece. And the second piece is even shorter. It's called Another Year, obviously dedicated to the season that we're in. 2024, another year. Frightening revelations, crazy speculations, AI dissertations, money complications, fake representation, inadequate compensation, exploding vexation. Another year, 2025. Expect no different. Just don't stay complacent, repeating same yet content, willingly giving consent, sitting and being reverent while indulging the indecent who disrespect the innocent, supporting the violent, kissing the tails of the prominent. Every year is your year. Be fair, love and care, try to share, get relationships repaired, live life as just another year. Thank you.
Wow, super nice rhythm. You got a vision, man. Come on. Please give a round of applause, man.
That was awesome, Rabsatt. That was awesome. Like you're
Excellent.
rhyming in rain, sort of thing. Like your rhymes were pouring into the ears. That was awesome. Great.
Please keep joining, and from next year onwards, we'll be having every month a theme and every week or basing on the theme we'll have the recital. So every month we'll be having a particular theme. So along with open. Thank you, Ali here. Thanks for joining. Please welcome Shyamaprasad Patnaik. Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Thank you, Prasannaji, for inviting me. Good evening and a very happy Merry Christmas, all of you, dear friends. The title of my poem is Power of Tolerance. The poem goes like this. Tolerance is an inherent power reside deep within. It enkindles spiritual awakening in human beings. Tolerance has supreme capacity to forgive follies of others. Serving weak and incapable with love and patience is tolerance. Lord Jesus tolerated pain and agonies of crucifixion. He forgave sinners as an act of divine tolerance. Gandhi and Mandela, a true epitome of tolerance. Both fought injustice, through this indomitable weapon. Compassion and tolerance are true signs of divinity. It's a priceless supreme virtue of humanity. Tolerance is essential for protection of human rights. But too much tolerance to injustice is not a virtue. And that is the end of my recitation. Thank you for watching and listening.
Beautiful, beautiful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends, to Mr. Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Thank you.
Please welcome. Please welcome Dr. Our mentor, Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur.
Good evening, dear friends, and look forward to a very happy Christmas. You can see my Christmas tree shining right behind me, and I have a big one outside too, so that if anybody is walking around, they can have their path lit. Now, I don't have a poem on Christmas, Prasanna, but I will read from a paragraph from my new novel, which is called Porridge and I, Growing Up with India. Now, the manuscript of this book was written 30 years ago. And this is my Christmas gift that it got published 30 years later. But very interestingly, it is more relevant now than it was 30 years ago. It's so relevant because the story is about two young girls growing up with India, as you know, the late 1940s, post-colonial India, and the changing of thoughts and views. And now, even the road outside my house, because I live in Meerut, which is a historical city where the British lived here, they're changing the names of the roads. Now, this is a story of a girl whose name was changed from Parijat to Porridge by her English nanny. We had an English woman who was our nanny while our parents, went out. She was the one to look after us. Now, this is just a paragraph that I'm going to read from the book. The story is told by a child. So you will find that the language is not the way you and I always speak English. So this is Christmas. Now, I grew up very secular. I'm not a pseudo-secular. I don't know what pseudo-secular means. For me, God is only one. And just as my mother called me by one name and my father called me something and my husband calls me something and my friends call me something, in the same way, we call God by many names, but there is only one God. And that God I celebrate and my family celebrate. So even though we are devout Hindus, we celebrate Christmas the way Christians would celebrate Christmas in the church. So this is the story of Christmas. Christmas is a happy day. Now, this is what a child, little girl, 3-4-year-old girl, she's saying. Christmas is a happy day. Everybody has forgotten the sad face of Jesus on the cross. We are busy getting ready for baby Jesus to be born. A big bright star in the sky at night has talked to shepherds feeding their thin and hungry sheep in the high meadows near a place called Jerusalem and asked them to follow it to a cow place in Bethlehem where a Mother Mary has given birth to a really sweet baby boy who will save the whole world. 3 kings who also want to be saved telephoned the shepherd. And that's how the kid thinks. Telephoned the shepherd and took the address of the cow place and where baby Jesus is staying with his parents, Mary and Joseph. The 3 kings will now travel many miles to visit them. The poor shepherds only have their sheep, but the kings are very rich and very wise and have boxes of gold and chocolate and some other stuff. Miss Haley told us the other stuff is a medicine called myrrh, which will be used for rubbing Jesus when he dies on the cross. How did the kings know? How did the kings know? It is written that God will send his only beloved Son to save the world, and some foolish people who don't want to be saved will kill him. It is written that God will send his only beloved Son to save the world, and some foolish people who don't want to be saved will kill him. But they won't be able to kill him. Mother says, now this is where my world comes in, the way I was brought up. Mother says that Lord Krishna told Arjuna that nothing can kill or destroy God. Water cannot drown him, fire cannot burn him, wind cannot blow him away, and the earth cannot swallow him. Lord Krishna told Arjuna that nothing can kill or destroy God. Water cannot drown him, fire cannot burn him, wind cannot blow him away, and the earth cannot swallow him. Both Jesus and Krishna say that God lives inside us, which means no one can kill us. So we are eternal, we're immortal. So the story of the Bible, the stories in our own cultural stories, in our religious stories and scriptures, they're all alike. They all say the same thing. There is no difference. And today, when there's so much of hatred and everybody else is talking about this religion and that religion, it really surprises me. And I hope you'll be able to read this book and see how, through the eyes of a child, the world that was India, and the India that I grew up in and I still believe in exists. Thank you so much.
Very much important, man. It's more like not an article, but it's like a poem, poetry. And like you said, we called by different names. So as God. So there is no, it is always one. It's a eternal entity, and we are eternals. Thank you for sharing your book, ma'am. Please, congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
Please try to buy it, my dear friends, and get to flip the places of it. Wisdom goes in. We'll have a session on that, ma'am. Particular session. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Thank you. Thank you. Very thoughtful. Let me welcome Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik.
Good evening, everyone. I am going to give my rendition on Jesus the Christ on the occasion of Xmas. The title of my poem is When Christ Gets Birth. When Christ gets birth, it elicits ecstasy, elliptical wholesome, when an angel told birth of Savior and Messiah in manger. It elicits ecstasy, elliptical, wholesome, when an angel told birth of Savior and Messiah in manger. The moment of darkness enlivened with the lightning of a brilliant star rested over. The moment of darkness enlivened with the lightning of a brilliant star rested over. It's time of the year, late December. Bethlehem stoops to silence, but eyes plunder around Christ. It's time of the year, late December. Bethlehem stoops to silence, but eyes plunder around Christ. His birth makes air fragrant with its blossoms. Looks birds, their whisper in starlight. His birth makes air fragrant with its blossoms. Looks birds, their whisper in starlight. A script includes Christ, the Savior, is born in winter night, dwells in human heart. A script includes Christ, the Savior is born in winter night, dwells in human heart. Bright lantern at once lit dark place. Saint Santa Claus wishes love, peace with greater spirit. Bright lantern at once lit dark place. Saint Santa Claus wishes love, peace with greater spirit. After that, I started to sing the Christmas carol in the cool breeze. The poem runs like this. Tonight I shall sleep outside between the space of two boughs. Sleeping there I fling glance at breeze, cannot see but feel. Cool breeze like love comes through windows, blows in my face, blows my hair around, gently touch me, resided in breeze, and breeze in me. I feel gentle caress of the breeze, watch the stars, fly into stars, touch the dreams, sing the Christmas carol, so that when I sleep the breeze would enter me. Through this I would embrace the breeze that carries away my worries. I breathe out a sigh, breeze whispers in my ears, life's sweet melodies. Thanks, dear poets. Poem is over. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Fertile Brains family to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for reading, and Christmas beautiful as always. I need not have to say specially anything about you. We are always close, and I hold a special, place for you both. I mean, you, Shyamaprasad sir and Gangalaxmi Patnaik, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Thank you.
Up next, yes, Sneha Goel.
Thank you for this opportunity, Prasanna. So today we all are celebrating Christmas. A very merry and happy Christmas to you all. So my poem is about Christmas, a time to reflect. Christmas time is Christ's time to bring together the known ones, some forgotten, others too distant, to celebrate the Lord of Lords' birth. Christmas time is Christ's time to sing carols in perfect rhyme, pray upon the Lord seated in us, reach out to the humans in cell. Christmas time is Christ's time to bring hope in someone's life. Give what you can while still alive. This is what the Lord reminds. Christmas time is Christ's time to love and laugh and share heartily. Dancing young uns and lighted candles bring harmony all around the world. Thank you.
Excellent. Being so beautiful piece. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends, and thank you for joining. Being a team member, she rarely joins and occasionally joins. But yes, I understand. But just jokes apart, please, I love your poem. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Up next is, of course, Dr. Radha Shri. Dr. Radha Shri.
Okay, sir. Today's my topic is
rains. Problems of farmers in this untimely rains. It is in Telugu. అన్ని పక్షాలలోని పెద్దలందరూ పరస్పరం సహకరించుకున్నట్లు అన్ని భూతాలు కూడబలుక్కొని నల్లదందా చేసే వాళ్లకు, కృత్రిమ కొరత వేసే వాళ్లకు, పెద్దవాళ్లకు, గద్దెలోళ్లకు సహకరిస్తున్నాయి. తరుణంలో కనిపించని వరుణుడు మా కన్నీళ్ల తడితో పండించుకున్న పంట ఏపుగా ఉన్న సమయంలో కాపుగాసి మోపుగా మా మీద దాడి చేస్తాడు. తూర్పారబట్టే సమయంలో కనిపించని వాయుదేవుడు అగ్నిదేవుడితో కలిసి వచ్చి మా మీద దాష్టీకం చెలాయించి పంటలను పరమ కిరాతకంగా పరశురామ ప్రీతి చేస్తాడు. తడిసిన ధాన్యాన్ని ఆరబోసుకొని ఎండబెట్టుకుంటుంటే సూర్యదేవుడు మబ్బు చాటున దొక్కొని తమాషా చూస్తుంటాడు. ప్రతి ఏడు ఇదే తంతు. కష్టపడమే మా వంతు. పొలంలోనే కాదు, ఇంటిలో స్థలంలో కూడా నిలువ నీడ లేకుండా మోకాళ్ల లోతు నీరు, కడగండ్లు నింపే వడగండ్ల వర్షం. అటు వాళ్ళు ఇటు వీళ్ళు అందరూ వస్తారు. దానికి కారణం వాడంటే వీడు, వీడంటే వాడు వాగ్విన్యాసం చేసి పోతారు. పొలాలను స్థలాలుగా, మడిగలుగా ముక్కలు ముక్కలు చేసి అమ్ముకుంటే మేము 4 రాళ్లు సంపాదించుకునే వాళ్ళమే, వెనకేసుకునే వాళ్ళమే. కానీ నేల తల్లిని నమ్ముకున్న వాళ్ళం, అమ్ముకున్న వాళ్ళం కాదు. ఎంతటి కన్నీళ్ళైనా భరిస్తాం, ఎంతటి కష్టాలనైనా వరిస్తాం. పెద్దోడి నుండి పేదోడి దాకా అందరికీ తిండి పెట్టడమే మా వంతు. దిస్ ఈస్ ది ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మర్స్ త్రూ అన్టైమ్లీ rains. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And this is the problem throughout the globe. Wherever we go, the problems of farmers are the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's very timely and pounding in southern parts. Untimely rain is creating a havoc. It's in relation to that. Thank you for reading out a beautiful poem, sir. Please give a round
Thank
of
you, sir.
applause.
Thank you.
Up next is Shobha Deshpande. Yes,
नमस्कार।
please welcome.
प्रसन्ना जी चांस दिए इसलिए प्रसन्ना जी को बधाई देते हुए ये लास्ट 24 का लास्ट वीक है, फिर हम नए साल में मिलते, बल्कि सब लोगों को, कवि लोगों को नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, गुड नाइट, गुड मॉर्निंग, सब कुछ। हम आज क्रिसमस की बधाई देते हुए आपको एक तेलुगु कविता सुनाएंगे। వసంత మాసం, చెట్టుకు కొత్త చిగురు పూసే వేళ, చెట్టుకు కొత్త చిగురు పూసే వేళ, మామిడి పువ్వులు గుమగుమలాడే వేళ, మామిడి పువ్వులు గుమగుమలాడే వేళ, మామిడి చెట్టుపై కోకిలమ్మలు పాట పాడే వేళ, మామిడి చెట్టుపై కోకిలమ్మలు పాట పాడే వేళ, కోకిలమ్మ పాట వినడానికి చెట్టుపై చూసే వేళ, కోకిలమ్మ పాటకై వినడానికి చెట్టుపై చూసే వేళ, నిండు చంద్రుడు, నిండు చంద్రుడు చెట్ల పల్లవుల నుండి చూసే వేళ, నిండు చంద్రుడు చెట్ల పల్లవుల నుండి చూసే వేళ, నిండు వెన్నెలలో కూర్చుండి ఆనందించే వేళ, నిండు వెన్నెలలో కూర్చుండి ఆనందించే వేళ, కోకిలమ్మ పాటలాగా, కోకిలమ్మ పాటలాగా మనము ప్రయత్నించే వేళ, మనము ప్రయత్నించే వేళ, వసంత మాసంలో జరిగే ఈ ఆనందం, వసంత మాసంలో జరిగే ఈ ఆనందం ఎప్పుడొస్తుందా అని చూసే వేళ, ప్రతిరోజు ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది అని ఆనందించే వేళ, ప్రతిరోజు ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది అని ఆనందించే వేళ, మామిడాకులతో తోరణాలు కట్టి అలంకరించే వేళ, మామిడాకులతో తోరణాలు కట్టి అలంకరించే వేళ, చూచుటకు వినుటకు 2 కళ్ళు చెవులు సరిపోవు కదా, చూచుటకు వినుటకు 2 కళ్ళు చెవులు సరిపోవు కదా। ధన్యవాదాలండి। आपको सबको शुभकामनाएं देते हुए, नए साल के शुभकामनाएं देते हुए विदाई करते हुए, दिसंबर को विदाई करते हुए, जनवरी को आह्वान करते हुए आप सबको सलाम, सत श्री अकाल, सब कुछ बधाई बधाई प्रसन्ना जी।
Thank you, ma'am. We have one more.
और आपको भी शोभा जी।
थैंक यू मैडम।
आप इतना, you bring so much happiness in your demeanor. आपकी बातों से, आपके smile and the way you present your poetry, it's wonderful. Thank you so much.
मैं अभी गोवा में हूँ मैडम, फिर भी प्रसन्ना जी बुलाते बोल के ये ज्वाइन करना होता, कहीं पर भी घर जाओ आप लोगों से मिलना बोल के आ जाती मैं।
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू प्रसन्ना जी।
Thank you, ma'am. We do a lot.
हाँ
And
मैडम।
we have one more week to go to celebrate. We'll celebrate on New Year too. So
ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
thank you. So beautiful. Very positive. Heralding a new era. So up next, sorry, I forgot. Dr. Gargi Saha. And she's, yeah, of course. Ma'am, we can't hear you. Please unmute. Sir, ma'am, you could have to log out or log in and log in. Meanwhile, I could take other poet, maybe Dr. Miss Saraswati Poshwal. Miss Saraswati Poshwal, please. Yes, ma'am. Gargi, ma'am. No. Yeah, just do one thing. You could just log out and log in. That's only the way. Saraswati Poshwal, ma'am. Manjula Asthana, ma'am. Please, welcome, Miss Manjula Asthana.
Thank you so much, Prasanna, for inviting me for reading, and a very warm greetings to all of you. I am coming here today after so many days. I know I missed many programs in between. So I'm meeting all of you after a long period, and hope all of you are keeping very fine and enjoying news coming. Both are not doors. So Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. In advance. So about nature. This is saving. Mother Earth is our words. We to her. Nature transfer.
Hello, ma'am.
It's or sky-high snow-covered peaks, dazzling in golden sunshine, greenery around us, dense forests, all our lifelines, our saviors. We are deeply associated with nature. It does not have distinction. It does not have distinction as we humans have. They distribute themselves amongst us equally. Feeling of oneness, unity, mutual love tie everyone in a beautiful knot. The binding of love showers peace, harmony, and solace. Let this simple feeling prevail. Let this simple feeling prevail, merge everyone in deep ocean of peace. Merge everyone in deep ocean of peace, yet touch the sky of extreme contentment. Yet touch the sky of extreme contentment. Thank you.
Excellent, ma'am. We couldn't get a few words a few lines because of this, technical glitch. But yes, it is beautiful. Thank you for joining, ma'am. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was Miss Manjula Asthana Mahanti. Please welcome Dr. Gargi Saha. Let's try this time.
I
Yes,
will
ma'am. Yes,
post
ma'am.
the poem so that you can read out whatever words are missing.
Yes, ma'am. Please, please, please. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am, Gargi. Oh, ma'am, when we are unable to hear your voice, I'm afraid. Are you using headphone or something? If you could just remove that, maybe. Meanwhile, we could take the Miss Saraswati Pashwal. Saraswati, ma'am, please unmute your mic. Saraswati Pushpa. Okay, let's move to our brilliant poet who has joined after a long gap. I could see her smile. Swarna.
Hello, good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab to everyone. Thank you so much, K. Kumar Prasanna ji, for an opportunity. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas to you all. Today, this is my second meeting, and I've been singing a carol. I'll present my short carol to you all. It was written for my children. They are taking coaching from me. They're learning poetry. So I wrote a small carol for them. They wanted to perform in their school. So that's I'm going to present in front of you all. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas once again. Yeah. It's a Christmas morning. It's a Christmas morning, you know. It's a Christmas morning. It's a Christmas morning. It's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm so delighted to see the Santa standing in the snow. I'm so delighted to see the Santa standing in the snow. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm so delighted to greet him and glow. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm baking cake and I'm baking cake and biscuits, I'm baking cake and biscuits, decorating my home. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, my kids are happy, my kids are happy. We are waiting for Jesus to blow. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm washing, I'm cleaning, I'm washing, I'm cleaning, I'm decorating my Christmas tree. You know, it's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm dancing, I'm singing. Christmas carols on my lips and my heart, you know. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. My friends and relatives are visiting, my friends and relatives are visiting, sending gifts and blessings, you know. Sending blessings and gifts, you know. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning. Ready to welcome Jesus, ready to welcome Jesus. Help me in my hiccups, you know. It's a Christmas morning, it's a Christmas morning, you know. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas once again. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. It was for my young children.
You
Okay.
all must know. You all Christmas morning.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Only one piece is allowed.
Thoroughly, ma'am.
Thank you, K. Kumarji, once again. Thank you. Thank you,
Let
Roopali ma'am.
me tell you all,
Thank you.
we'll be moving this time also, from 7 to maybe 8 or 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So from 9 you have to stay. So let us see how it goes. Okay. We are just thinking of it to move this time.
Okay.
2 hours ahead or 1 hour ahead. Swarna.
Yes, hello Prasanna. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. It's been a while since I've been here. That's why I came at 8:30 my US time instead of 7:30 when it started because I haven't been here for a while. So daylight saving time was there afterward. So anyway, I have a poem related to Christmas, and I have 3 sentences before the poem just to explain the poem. I'm not Christian, but I grew up celebrating Christmas in my own way. The chill of the winter covered by the warmth of family. I don't know a lot about traditional Christmas, but I know a little about faith and hope and love, my holy trinity. O seeker of truth and light, do not be afraid of the real you. She may be imperfect at first glance, but the closer you come to excavating her layers, the more you will discover the brilliance of a million diamonds. For the authentic you is so bright that you will have to shield your demons from its light. Dream, little sparrow, dream of a future filled with colorful laughter. An innocent heart beats to its own beat, and therein lies the power of the visionary, one who is able to see far beyond the present through the lens of his own heart. Dream, little nightingale, let your heart sing tales of beauty and love that let you fly to places that feel like home. Let your wanderings be a source of reflection and ultimately give you the peace that your heart craves. We are helpless only if we decide to give up on the idea of hope. Once you embrace your belief in your own wings, your faith will propel you to infinity.
Undoubtedly.
Thank you.
You could smile. You could smile, man. Come on, you could smile. Yes. Yeah, see how beautiful. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Swarna. Thank you. Cheer yourself up. And Christmas is coming and lots of wishes for you. And hope everything goes well. Our next participant is a professor. Where is our professor? He's gone. Oh my God. Michael!
Hello, everyone. I bring you greetings from Washington, D.C., and I'd like to share a piece. The title of this poem is, hold on one second here, God's Grace in December. As morning light filters through early December frost, the world transforms achingly, and sometimes it seems silence drowns the universe's deepest themes of love, peace, grace, and harmony. But faith is never lost. Though tinsel sparkles differently throughout this month, the silver color has grown muted as time has passed. God's grace still enters through each and every open door. While not the same magic unleashed during childhood days, there's something deeper blossoming in this silvery gray haze. The tree still stands, ornaments still gleam, as his eternal promise steadfastly redeems. The world as we know it will shine anew. His love will always bring hope, possibility, and remain with us forever true. In every heart that yearns for peace and light, a whisper echoes through the longest night. Across the world where hope seems dim and oh so far, his mercy still shines bright like an unfolding, beautiful star. From every nation, every mind, body, and human soul, the broken fragments of life slowly but surely become whole beyond the borders of our mortal strife. And as this December ends, his divine, unwavering love and compassion breathe eternal life. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks for joining. That was beautiful. Hope you would join. From now on, you're busy with your podcast. You could take in some of our poets. They're brilliant poets, man. We got it to do together something special. Merry Christmas. I woke up to the bells and jingles, carols and prayers as the stars above the sky falls with a gleam, marking Jesus' entry into tree of adorned foliage. Once again, Christmas is here. Santa is seen around with a sack on his back filled with pleasantries, a pack of sweet and a toffee in every kid's hands, cheers and smiles all across, rumbled with rapturous pleasures, pains and fevers see themselves going away, prosperity making way into the lives of forlorn souls. Spirit of brotherhood blooming in the minds as a new festival chimes in. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thanks for joining. That's my end of the piece. Hope you liked it. Merry Christmas.
Merry
And
Christmas.
Srinivas,
Thank you.
how
Merry
you?
Christmas. Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ma'am.
Prasanna sir, that was rhythmic. That was very much stylized.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabsatt, for joining. It's your beautiful poem, Alexandra and many Swarna. Meena ma'am keep joining, and Subhash sir, get well soon and join us next week as usual. And in next year from January onwards, we'll think of the change of time. Maybe you could accommodate more of, because Western audience, poets and all, maybe different time zones they could adjust. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you. Good night.
They could all register for the poetry, and that's been happening, and you could